Oh, donation and mining family. What's going on? What's up? What's up? What's up? We got John Jermaine. He's like, yo, be right back. Be right back. Hope you're back. What's going on? We got Gundy stuff and things. What's up? What's up? Everybody, you slide on in. Certainly smash that lizard like button, guys. Yo. What's going on? Dude, my dude. What's going on? What's going on? Cheers. Thank you for being here. Oh, man. Out of everything that I was doing, I did not grab water. Oh, my Lord. I'm grabbing some water, guys. I like to, because here, you want my excuse? Oh, hold on. Opening up the excuse book. Hold on, guys. Oh, God. Hold on. Let me get to the next chapter here. It's in the next chapter. Oh, got it. It's funny, guys. I'm not even kidding you. This is funny. Okay? One of the chickens got pooped on. And I'm hearing the chicken like squawking and squawking, right? I'm like, what the hell's going on? And I'm seeing all the chickens like kind of like pecking at them, and they like kind of help clean each other. So I picked up the one, and you can see the whole backside is like wet. And I got like a little rag, and I gave it like a single wipe, and you could see that it was like brown. I'm like, oh, you got pooped on. So all the other chickens are like trying to like clean her, going, you smell like poop. You got poop on you. And she is just screaming bloody murder in there because they're all like pecking at her. You just can't make this up, guys. Oh my God. So yeah, I was cleaning her, so that's what took me a little bit of time, is that I didn't want the girl to be like screaming because she was basically got pooped down. So give me 1 second here while I give myself something to drink. I forgot to grab a drink. Sorry, guys. All right. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for cutting me a little slack for cleaning up a chicken and stuff. I know chickens be pooping on each other. Chicks these days, I know, right? Be like, can't take them anywhere. God. And they are getting a lot better at this thing called flight. So yeah, now I can't even leave the thing open at all. It's like I take one out, I have to zip it closed. Otherwise, in the middle of zipping it, they jump out. Which one did? I was like, hey, you get back in there. And then I zip it closed. And I'm like, God, that probably would have been really hilarious if I caught that on camera. I'm not even kidding, man. And like, you have one in one hand, you get a half zip, and it's like, oh, nope, go back in there. Zip. All right, peeps. Let's get into today's topics. Hey, I've got myself over there. I should be over here. Hey. Because I was gaming last Saturday and I didn't have my camera hooked up. The wife was using my other camera, so I just moved this camera over. Yeah. So, all right, we look at that little quick look-sees at the market. Market's kind of overall just kind of going out sideways, except for the Russell 200, man. That thing is like popping. We're up over almost we're at almost 1.25% up for the day. That's not bad. Not bad for the Russell 200. Not bad at all. Stocks kind of trading outside. AMD taking a pullback, and they're cutting prices on their GPUs too. So they're losing money in the stocks and on the shelves. Interesting. I mean, fundamentally, nothing's changed with AMD, and they've been pulling back here for a hot minute. Makes me almost want to go, does it deserve a couple of dollars thrown at this and at least buy one share? I mean, I don't think it's done pulling back ultimately. That's just me. I think it's still pulling back more. Tesla looks like it's finally found the ground floor at $187. It's up 1% now. Amazon kind of found a little ground floor too. Netflix still going back. They're bleeding money with their go woke, go broke scheme. And then we got Meta. They're doing Meta things. Facebook doing Facebook things. Don't really give too much to it. Crypto market cap down 2.17% in the 24-hour time frame for a $1.2 trillion market. Not too bad. I mean, each market inside of here has pulled back, so it's not like it's wiping it from one particular coin. So I mean, that's always a good sign, I guess. Ethereum actually broke the $2,000 mark. Since Bitcoin's having its little pullback, Ethereum's having a small pullback, but it also had a little bit of a pump during this too. Of course, you zoom in on that Bitcoin chart here, and you can see that it is a single candle. We actually wicked down to 29.2. So it's like if you would have bought at 29.2, you were basically up on the 24-hour day, but you're basically catching a falling knife. Did you have that falling knife predicted? And most people know. Somebody might have had a buy order somewhere in the wick candle, but they're very rarely you see people actually hit that absolute bottom. Most people hit it right off the bottom. That's actually very normal. Set up a chunk in time lapse. I thought about it. I got the light kit for it. I mean, I could do it. I'll have to look into that. I might be able to do a chunk in time lapse. I have to see about what camera I can do that with. Probably want to do it with my good camera so that I can get like a good wide shot in there, and yeah. Compressed her day into like a 5-minute short. Yeah. And put like some music behind it. No action cam? No, I don't have an action cam, bro. I'm not that cool. I have my DSLR cam and then my Logitech stuff, but no action cam. I wish I had an action cam. That'd probably be pretty dope. Pretty dope. I'll admit it. But yeah, it's like the Bitcoin bulls are definitely going to be fighting this one off a little bit. It's like I said, we were going to be sitting there going sideways, pop up a little bit, trade out sideways. We need another compression band again. Every time we have a little compression on this, it acts like a little cushion. It's not going to be all the time, but we have been trending upward. This has been a more gradual bull market. And for me, I like this style of a market a little bit better. Slow and steady wins the race, guys. We don't need to get there by the. It's not a race. It's a marathon, right? So that's kind of how I'm looking at it. So a nice little healthy pullback. We had a good run up. Some people took profits. I was telling people already that, that $30,000 mark, there's people that are ready to get out. You know, they bought in, they lost money now, and it hit their buy-in, and they are not going to reap any of the rewards of waiting. You know, they just go, hey, it's at my break-in period, my break-even point. I'm ready to get out. I've been at a loss up until now. These people haven't, you know, seen a market that actually has nasty pullbacks, and knowing that the reward is on the other side of the pullback. You know, to each their own. I mean, some people just don't have that risk tolerance, which is fine. It's not for everybody. They can, you know, people will buy Bitcoin at the level of where they should. You know, it's like even my buy-in price. I heard about it from the person that's making food over here, like almost damn near when fucking Bitcoin started, and I didn't listen to him. You know, I could be fucking a millionaire right now. But no. I thought this internet stuff was like magic money, you know? And then you find out, right? Then you find out. So, you know, it's like everybody will eventually be back into the market. It's just that, you know, it'll shake them out until the point where they can't ignore it anymore. And then they'll pile right back in whenever they realize that their dollars in their pocket just pooped in it. And, you know, they got piles of poop in their pocket. You know, so definitely be looking out at how that market. You know, it's like I always keep an eye on the market. I like to see little bumps like this. This is a healthy upward trend. Here we've got the Ethereum. We have the Ethereum to USD here, right? As you see, I don't really have much charting on here. I don't really look like I have it here, but I don't really like look at it. And ever since this merge, now you can sit there and let's see here. Let's see here. That's July. Yeah, so right around here, guys, this was, you know, this was like the response to the merge, right? And ever since then, you know, it's like with Bitcoin, Ethereum came up with it, dumped with it, you know, Ethereum's been holding tight with Bitcoin. But since its last major significant dip, it's been basically on a tear, guys. So basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. So we're basically right at that point where Ethereum should basically be rolling over from right here. And with my DCA adventure charting stuff here, it's even agreeing with that whole movement, because it's like it's in a 9-day power cycle right now. So it should roll over in the way that it spiked up here. It should be a nasty rollover. I think a lot of this is the hype that led up to basically today's topic: ETH staking rewards unlock and pumps, right? So I mean, we're basically going to start watching people taking profits, I believe, from this point on. There are many different, you know, areas where people have been sitting there talking about this. You know, you can finally unstake your Ethereum. You come up onto Coinbase here, and if you're staking with Coinbase, the customers are not required to take any action for the merge, which is fine. That's how it should be. It should be from your end. You should not notice nothing, right? Your staked ETH, Coinbase ticker ETH2. Remember this. This is not ETH. This is ETH2. Will not be available to unlock immediately after the merge. and cannot be transferred or sold as it's not a tradable token. So yeah, you'll be able to do you'll be able to but I mean, this is directly from Coinbase. I don't know if this is like updated, like now you can sit there and like, it's weird, but from the way that I understand it overall, is that let me pull up this. So pretty much it's the rewards that have been unlocked. So the majority of the withdrawals currently vary between 2.8 and 3.2 Ethereum, indicating that the majority of the validators are only withdrawing their staking rewards. From what I understood, that's all that's being really unlocked, is to be able to unstake the rewards. They're not allowing the full unstaking quite yet. And that was from what I understood. And I was watching their dev call meeting explaining this. So that's why the reports are showing it's 2.8 to 3.2 ETH, is that it, depending on when they launched their validator node. Depends on how much Ethereum. If they were an early validator, they had about 3.2 Ethereum accrued. But most people it's like about 2.5 to 3 Ethereum is about that average from what I understand. And they're acting like people like I don't know if these if they're twisting it like this just to make it look better, that look, Ethereum validators are not unstaking their validation nodes, and they're only taking their rewards. It's like, no, that's all that's allowed right now. Most of these people also staked at an average price of 3,149 Ethereum. So each Ethereum was at the time was $3,149. These people staked during a bull run. You think these people got their money back? No. Are they willing to take their staked Ethereum? Sure. They're going to be able to recover at least a couple of grand for staking. But, what about those staking pools? Now you're talking all those people are only able to pull off whatever amount of Ethereum that they staked, the rewards for that. And it'll be distributed between all the stakeholders that were in that one pool, right? So I think there was a little bit more hype on this, and I don't understand why. Like why they're sitting there saying that like a lot of the state, like I'm not sure like exactly how they're doing this for like Coinbase, because the SEC is coming down on them. Like are they going to be able to allow for all of their accounts to be able to unstake in lieu of what the SEC is going to do? Is SEC going to get rid of Gary Gensler, and is that going to make this any better? Will that be a nothing sandwich if they get rid of Gary Gensler, and now they stop going after Coinbase for offering this stuff, and they put somebody in there a little bit more friendly, right? And then FTX comes back. Yeah, if you guys haven't heard that one, I was like, that one blew my mind, that they found $7 billion. It's like, how do you just find $7 billion? Gary Gensler is a goner, in my opinion. He's like, CoinDesk seen it on. Yeah. It's like, I'm not sure like how this is going to really play out, but as far as I understood from the dev meeting, that it was only going to be the staking rewards. So I'm not sure if they like enabled more. Yeah, so here we go. Somebody else now. Somebody else is actually chiming in. So they did put it in here. They did put it in here. So 4 validators are currently able to exit, but the associated 32 ETH staked on the consensus layer rewards are not to be withdrawn, aka moved around until Chapella goes live in around 12 hours. So they'll be able to, I guess they'll be able to move it around, but it's like, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if they're allowing them to move it. Like, I'm not sure. It's so weird. Like how the dev call meeting seemed like. It seemed like it was just going to be the rewards, and now it seems like all of it's turned on like a light switch. Kraken Australian manager, director Jathona Miller told Cointelegraph that it thought that the such a high quality of ETH unstaking might cause some price volatility. It will bring users to the ecosystem in the long run. While this unlocking occur may create conditions for an exodus from the staking pool, the ability to freely stake and unstake in accordance to bonding periods specific by the protocol could equally attract many new ETH holders. To move to unstaking could see a massive amount of movement assets into the Ethereum staking pools. So he thinks that some people leave, it'll allow other peoples to come in. So I guess they are allowing all of it now. So I mean, I don't watch every dev call meeting of theirs, not like I used to. But whenever it's something major enough, it perks my interest. I'll pay attention a little bit to it. So it does look like you'll be able to move it. But if you take the whole thing of the average person who staked right around $3,149, they might as well just leave it there until and roll the dice that Ethereum reaches back to that price. There's what, you're gonna sell it for $2,000 right now? I see some people doing that. It depends on where their entry point to Ethereum. Did they get, did they stake their $150 Ethereum? Where maybe they've got a couple of grand into this, so they've already more than tripled what they had in investment wise. So it makes perfect sense for them to get rid of it at $2,000. And that will put, if there's enough people that did that, there could be enough selling pressure right now that people are now pissed off that they didn't get the full potential of what Ethereum could have been. You're attracted with the whole staking thing of where some people had bought into Ethereum. They were looking at $3,000. They locked it up at $3,100. And then they watched it hit $5,000. And they're like, "Yeah, I'm such a genius." And then watched it pull back, and they're like, "No, it's locked. I can't get my money back." And then it came back a little bit, and they're like, "Well, at least I'm still making money right now." So, I mean, how many of those? And what's really kind of funny about all of this too is that you're not going to be able to pull this out right away, guys. So you'll have places like Binance, and they, you won't be able to move it for like 3-4 months. So you can be waiting a hot freaking minute, guys. Even though the proof of stake to Chapella upgrades will have already taken effect, you're putting in a request, and it's a one-way ticket. So I don't know if that just means that they're going to allow people to exit out of their position, and they're going to have a buyer on the other end of it, and they're just going to be like swapping people around, or if I just don't I'm confused on for what the information that I have. But I mean, if they're allowing full movement of that Ethereum, you know, that should affect the price. And then that basically brings it back to this then, right? Where Ethereum looks like it's set to roll over. And even the DCA oscillator here is showing a sell indicator. That little red dot, man, it's not perfect 100% of the time, but good God, it'll tell you right as it's about ready to drop, though. It might not pick a good buy-in position, or it might tell you a sell issue, and it'll drop down just a little bit and then pop back off before a full pullback. That stuff you can't. But after a good run up like this, we're in heavy oversold territory here, or overbought territory. I mean, words. We're in heavy overbought territory. It's ready to come down. This is a bubble. This is that run up going to the fork. People got all excited over this. And anytime something major happens on any of the top coins, you will see this pump if you're new here, guys. Everybody else, we all know this one. We've seen a thing or two about a thing or two, right? So now I think if you guys got Ethereum right now could be a good arbitrage exit if you're still playing in the ecosystem. I'm not saying that just like exit, get out of the ecosystem, never play with it again. If you want to play with the ecosystem, that's fine. This might be setting up for an arbitrage of where you can sit there and sell off. As it drops, you can buy back in and get more bang for your dollar. I'm just saying, it's not financial advice. You can either take the safe road and just watch it dip, because it's about to dip, guys. So, just saying. Like, you would pay more attention if your rigs were still on it. Oh, you know it, bro. You absolutely know it. But my rigs ain't on it no more, so I don't pay attention to it half as much anymore. I can care less. It's like I'm over it. Absolutely over it. It's like ever since Bitcoin pulled back a little bit, it's kind of recovered a little bit, flatlined a little bit. We needed to recover a little bit better, but we're still doing pretty good. We are still doing good. Ethereum is about ready to roll over here, like I'm saying, a little more than where it's sitting at now. But everything in the most part is in the red. It's all following that sweet busy Bitcoin. Nothing is independent from the Bitcoin price. It's like sometimes when Bitcoin pulls back, you see a little altcoin run up for like maybe another week. So you got a week of like taking profits, and then you hightail it. And that's just been my experience. Not that it's gonna be like that every single time, but my experience, that's usually what ends up happening. It's like you said that the last time. You know it. I'm very consistent with my message. Very consistent. It's not really hard to sit there and look at these markets and be like, it's on a big old bull run right here. It cannot sustain a bull run. Period. I mean, even when it traded sideways, it was still shooting up very drastically. These aren't pullbacks. These are like little breaks as you take a stair steps up. It at a certain point, it needs to break and find it needs to find its support level. Right now, it's broken through a support level. If we take that support level and put that right about, say, here, right? This was the support level. We just blew through that, and we're shooting up. This is a bubble. It's literally going to pull down. And I would say Our pullback would be, I can see a pullback right to there. You know, we can see a hit the floor over here, but it'll roll back down. It's going to. Now, is it going to flatline and come down real hard? I don't know if it'll blow through this. It could. It could blow through this and blow through its second support line. You know, this second support line, we hit it twice and it rocketed off. You know, so I mean, it can easily hit its other target right down here at that $12,000 Ethereum. It very well could, guys. But the likelihood is probably like, I'd say like 14, probably like in that ground floor, right at that 14. Not financial advice, just guessing. I like to guess sometimes. I'm just saying. But that's just, the side of it with Ethereum. I mean, we don't mind it no more. So I mean, like, I find it interesting to see what it's doing at this point. I'm not sitting here rooting for people to lose money, but sometimes this is like the situation where people lose money. I'm just saying. All right, let's go ahead and get on to other things here. Now that we're past the Ethereum thing, we don't care about Ethereum. We don't mind it no more. Who cares, right? So AMD Phoenix launching later on this month. So according to Golden Pig Upgrade, a leaker, I guess, or of some sort, the AMD 7040 series, codename Phoenix, should be expected about late April. So the 7840HS will be issued and the 7840U will be issued on the 1st. So right at the end of this month, we should be seeing our Phoenix series. So these will be more of your laptop editions. So the 7940 HS, that'll be your 8-core at about 35 to 54 watt mode in high performance. So your HSs will be your high performance. Your U's will be your low power. Basically, those will be your budget well, not so much budget laptop, but long battery life laptops will be at the 28 watt CPU range. Your workstation laptops, those are going to be your 54 watt CPUs. Now, I've seen people mining on them. I don't recommend it. I put that disclaimer out there right away. But if any of you grab them, let me know how it mines. All disclaimers aside, I'm not telling you to do anything. But if you happen to do it, let me know. If you happen to grab one of these things, because you're going to be looking at probably like a $2,000 laptop. So if you're in the neighborhood of buying a new laptop, let me know if you grab one of these, how it hashes. It's like, F that ETH. 100%. I agree with you, John, but I do find it interesting to see what their experiment is doing. That's all it's for. It's for the curiosity at this point. And I know curiosity killed the cat, but still curious nonetheless. So definitely be seeing this fairly soon here, end of this month. We're about halfway through that already, or a little over halfway through, and we will be seeing that. Oof. Amazing stuff, right? And we have something epic. So AMD 96-core Zen 4 CPU for data centers with 1,152 megabytes of cache. That thing is huge in her hands. Yep. They put it in a woman's hands to make that thing look 3 times bigger. You're not going to see that. You're not going to see Michael Jordan holding on to it. It'll be like this little square in the palm of his hand. I'm just saying. So they're going to find the person in the office that has the smallest hands, and they're like, "Hey, hold this and take a picture." Yep, paper route. Like Curious George. So the Chinese secondhand market is full of surprises and unreleased hardware. The Goofish platform where one can find the Intel Core and AMD Ryzen CPUs on sale early. So we will. This is just like something that's just coming out. Series 9004. I kind of want this. I mean, that thing is just huge. I bet you that'll be a monster on proof of useful work. I'm just saying. It's like, Gundy, if you get any of these Gundy at any of the data centers on them, dude, like, get me some specs on which ones and what they're using of these new epics. So, like, I'm curious on how these things really run. So 1152 megabytes of L3 cache, and there's only one available in stock, of course. Who cares? But Zen 4 architecture, 5 nanometer core, up to 96 core. So the Genoa X optimized for technical computing and database. So this thing's going to have a massive amount of throughput on here. I would imagine with the amount of pinout that they have for this epic, that you should be able to get Gen 4, Gen 5 PCIe multiple lanes of it. So that would be epic. I know. And then NVIDIA RDX 40 series and the Radeon R7000 cards are now being found at dun dun dun. I know, we're about to celebrate this. This is the most messed up thing in the world. We're about to celebrate this, that we can find GPUs after all this time for MSRP. Ain't that about a... So now we can find GPUs at prices that where you're saying they're supposed to be. It's like, oh, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna buy this car off the dealership lot. GM says it's worth this much money. You get the dealership and it's like $50,000 more. You're like, wait a minute. GM says this car costs this with these options on there, and they're gonna look at you and be like, well, this isn't GM. This is a dealership. And this is what we're charging. That's basically how the GPU market's been feeling like, right? Where the manufacturer goes, this is the price. And then you look over there and you're like, why is the price so much higher over there? Oh, that's an AIB partner. But you said the price was this. Yeah, but they get to dictate their own prices. I call shenanigans. Because if you're able to drop the price now, makes you question of how much were you price gouging before? Just because you were taking advantage of of world global events. Just saying. Now, I can understand on ShopX or eBay, something like that, where you are now talking about somebody purchased something and then they're reselling it. Total different ballgame. But when you're purchasing it from like Newegg, Amazon, or something like that, and it's, direct seller, authorized seller for these cards, and you can't touch it for any of those prices unless you go to EVGA directly and purchase a card directly from them and hope that you're able to. I know exactly. It was either pay the high prices or no card. Exactly. And it's like, okay, was that just because you were taking advantage of the situation? Them, of course, uh, and overcharging for the inventory because people were going to pay that, were willing to pay that. Mining was at a boom, so they had the height of the mining, and they knew that if the gamers didn't want to buy it, gosh darn it, the GPU miners would. I get so much salt and shade because of the fact that I sit there and post little YouTube shorts here on the rigs because people are so salty with the idea that I have a bunch of GPUs. It's like, you could have bought these GPUs overpriced just like I did. It's like, I paid an exorbitant amount of money then. It's like, you can now purchase them for a lot cheaper now. It's like, don't be sitting there looking at me going, oh my God, he bought all those GPUs. It's like, it's not even my fault that the prices were high. I didn't buy any cheap GPUs, not one time. I wish I did. Like some of these cards I purchased, they were at the absolute height of the market. Absolute height of the market. Ridiculous. But now you can sit there and buy a 7900 XT from ASRock for $779. This is a reasonable card for the good performance you're getting. To me, that's a freaking reasonable card price. I like it. It's like we should be seeing all these prices actually start coming down to where they should be. A 4090 at $15.99. A 4080 should not be $11.99. I disagree with that. A 4080, an 80 class GPU should not be more than $900. That's just me. The 4070 class, TI or non-TI, should be at least $100 less from where they're at because they're giving you really garbage performance for what you're getting. So what you get? You're getting third gen ray tracing on there. Big deal. It's basically it's still a 3070 rebadged with a slightly different architecture. It's the same card performance. It's like under the hood, without any power adders, it's the same card. So me, I can't sit there and justify it, but whatever. I mean, they are being sold at MSRP. I believe they should be 100, maybe $150 less than that. But this is their decision, and this is why these cards, these 70 class GPUs are sitting on the shelf, because the value proposition on them is not there. It's barely there for the 80 class, and it's there for the 90 class. But who has $1,500 for a 90 class GPU? It's like inflation's mighty high. Unless you guys got good jobs and you're able to, you're still doing pretty good, then you'd be like, oh yeah, dude, $1,500, $1,600 ain't much. It's like, more power to you. It's like, I got my kingpins at $1,600 each. I'm in no position at this point to be forking out another $1,600, unless it's to the facility. And talking about facilities, guys, not mine. Core Scientific debtors petition bankruptcy court to approve new president. So they want somebody new to drop on in, guys. The debtors appoint Adam Sullivan as a managing director as an investment bank firm XMS Capital Partners to assume the role as the president amid the firm's bankruptcy proceedings. So they weren't able to shake off the bankruptcy proceedings. They fell behind, and there's no renegotiating, unfortunately. The debtors behind the bankruptcy cryptocurrency mining firm Core Scientific filed a motion for approval of hiring a permanent president. In April 10th filing with the United States Bankruptcy Court for the Southern District of Texas, Core Scientific said it was addressing a gap in debtors' management team prior to the firm's bankruptcy in December. The debtors appointed Adam Sullivan, a managing director for the investment banking firm XMS Capital Partners, to assume the role. Sullivan is no stranger to digital assets, has extensive experience managing, investing, banking industries. He will principally work on financial and strategic matters, including working with the customers, suppliers, and creditor relationship, assuming with the negotiations as a negotiation of a plan of reorganization and capital as a member of the management team. So, according to the debtors, Sullivan will receive a base salary of, oh my God, $500,000. Good God, I wish I can get, my God, great Scott, $500,000. Or source it, the private marketplace. Yeah. Good God, $500,000 to be the manager. Wow. Soon to be former Core Scientific president Todd Duchesne will stay on as firm's chief legal officer, as well as assuming their role as chief administrative officer. So they're just changing the captain at the helm, keeping that other person on. He's probably getting paid the same amount. And they're not going to get rid of him because it's not that he did something egregiously wrong. He just didn't future-proof himself enough. And I think that's what it is. And again, some of this was the whole fact that Celsius, Alex Mashinsky, screwed Core Scientific and stuffed them with an electric bill that they didn't pay. Millions of dollars. Right during the same point as the market was dipping. It's like you stuff them with a bill, and then you make them burn their freaking war chest. So they had a few $1 million worth of electricity that they had to basically figure out how to pay at the end of the day, right? Good afternoon, Golden Wolf. He's like, good afternoon from Seattle. The wetlands. What's going on, my dude? What up, what up? So, moving through the bankruptcy proceedings, the Texas firm continues to mine despite disruptions to its supply of rigs. The bankruptcy court can't approve Core Scientific handing over more than 27,000 miners to the New York Digital Investment Group as part of a debt payoff, roughly $38 million in debt. And that would be Mike Novogratz with Digital Galaxy. So Mike Novogratz is the one that actually purchased those miners. So very interesting. And it still wasn't enough to really get them fully out of Hawk, but it put them into a better standing. So, maybe with the change around with the head personnel, maybe Core Scientific can bounce back from this, and investors won't lose too much out of this deal, other than just kind of disruptions from inside the company. It's like, again, it's like, even if you're playing in the shitcoin market. I do not want anybody to be really losing money. I wish the best for everybody in all situations. Sometimes they work themselves out in the end, which is what it seems like Core Scientific is trying to do. They're trying to settle out another $20 million worth of equipment, settling the bankruptcy dispute. So we'll see how that all goes and see what's left of the company afterwards. Hopefully, people that are involved in the company don't get shafted too badly. They'll probably take a little bit of an L on this one, but not too badly. The bigger L is if the company goes belly up. But the firm was hosting like 37,000 Bitcoin rigs for Alex Mashinsky and Celsius. So, I mean, a lot of that stuff has a contributing factor to all of Core Scientific's issues. So, I really do wish them the best of luck on this one. But they took a gamble dealing with a shitcoiner at the end of the day. And it bit them in the butt a lot harder than they expected. Considering that, Alex Mashinsky and Celsius had a gambling issue. And they weren't really good at it. We'll just put it like that, guys. All right. So, with that being said, guys, definitely smash that Lizzie like button, subscribe, hit the bell notification, all that good stuff. Does anybody have any comments or questions for me before I head up out of here, guys? If not, certainly drop those FAs in the Chislety chat, guys. Drop those FAs. FAs, because you guys are rated F for freaking awesome. Yo, yeah. That's right. Thank you, everybody that's here showing up, smashing those Lizzie like buttons. You all rock. Thank you, everybody, from the bottom of my heart for being here. Y'all rock. Stay positive. It's the beginning of the week, guys. I'll be back at it working out tomorrow morning. If you guys want to hang out in the morning with me working out, I go live I try to go live every morning unless I'm doing something or my back hurts. Like this morning, I woke up and my whole mid of my back was just like on fire, not happy. So I was like, okay, we're gonna take it easy. Something in my back popped last week, and the muscles are a little unhappy from it. Feels better right now. I'll tell you that. I got a few things moved around, so I'll be back at it tomorrow morning working out. So if you guys want to hang out there, cool. Otherwise, I'll see you tomorrow afternoon with more of the crypto updates. So with that being said, if you guys want to have your rigs hosted at the Family Mine, we are just waiting on contracts moving forward. As soon as we got that, we'll be able to sign contracts, get everything that we need moving forward, and we'll have half a megawatt worth of power to be able to host your computer equipment over at the Family Mine. Yo, that is right. So if you guys want to join that, get into the Patreon. Links down below, guys. You want to get in there. We are getting closer, and I want to make sure you guys have the VIP access to the facility, guys. I know, shameless shill. I absolutely know. It's my freaking company. This is what I do. So you want to get involved with that, certainly get into the Patreon, get into the pseudo hasher tier. Links down below. If not, you're new here, certainly join the Discord. Links down below, guys. That is free, guys, and you can be part of the community, guys. We'd love to have each and every one of you newcomers here being a part of the community. Thank you all for being here. With that being said, peace out. Stay savage. May your watts be low and your hash be high. I'll see you on the next one. And press one of the YouTube links on the way out. Don't just exit off this video. The click-through rate. Everybody that's helping, y'all rock. Thanks.